Hey there, soul fitters. Time for another card draw. Got a couple of animal spirit cards here for us today, and I'll give you the reason shortly. Just want to mention, if you see this and it resonates with you and you think someone might enjoy hearing, or it might be slightly helpful for someone, feel free to share it. I'm not that selfish. So here we go. I drew a card yesterday and I had to have time to think about it. And that's because we've drawn the wasp. Again, we drew that 2 weeks ago, and if you remember, or if you haven't watched it, the wasp is one of those things in life that comes along and it stings us. You know, it shifts things in a way that is unexpected or not necessarily welcome in our life. The thing about the wasp is they're often necessary in nature. They've got a very important role to play. So the wasp has, a couple of weeks ago, stung you. Something has shifted or changed or not happened in the way that you expected or the way that you wanted it to, and you're sitting in the sting. And we've had a little bit of respite in between, but when the card comes up, it sometimes can suggest we're still sitting in that energy of it didn't work out and I'm still not happy about it. So it's okay to feel the feels. It's really important to feel the feels, to recognize what's going on here so that you can move through it. It's better to do that than to try to, push it down and suppress it in a box. That will tend to come back on us later on. The thing about it is, it's one thing to feel the feels and have it impact on you emotionally in some way, impact on the way that you go about life, and maybe even the way that you're interacting with others. And then somewhere along the line, that becomes a choice. So is it possible that whatever happened, you're sitting in it and being determined to now struggle with it, suffer from it, sit in that space of not happiness? So that's the reason that it's popped up. So I drew another card for the next part of the message, and it's the crow, which really works well with this. If you are sitting in that space where you're not happy and things haven't turned around and good things haven't happened, there's often a really good reason for it. And part of that will start with, what kind of vibe are you in? What's your vibration? So if you're sitting there determined to be unhappy, or just letting the whole thing overwhelm you, it's very difficult for the good stuff to come in because it's being blocked. So what the crow tells us is, once you start noticing not what is lacking around you, but what you have and what's amazing in your life, and you start to be grateful for it, the roof over your head, the food that you get to eat, the people that are around you, you start to lift your vibration. And when your vibration lifts, all those things that you want to be gifted with or entitled to or blessed with, however you want to put it, those things start getting a little bit of space to come in. Just think about it this way. When you're sitting in one of those spaces where things aren't working out, you tend to sort of go down that slide, right? And what it does is it attracts lots more things that lower your vibration. It just keeps rolling on until you turn it around. So really what we're hearing today is, we've sat in it for a little while now. Is it time to turn it around? And if it is, start with gratitude. Don't look at the lack or what's missing. What have you got? What have you got? Turn and face that. Turn and face the sun. That's what we got last week. Look up at the sun and be grateful for all the stuff we have. And when we actually feel that gratitude, good stuff starts rolling in. So contemplate that. Have a great week.